And that's highly correlated to the feeling, and I use this word on the consultation on Wednesday, but basically you need to train your brain to be very comfortable being audacious, right? You got to be shameless. That was the word I used, shameless. And shameless in terms of the sheer volume it takes. The volume will feel embarrassing because the more volume you do, the more you get rejected. And you're like, fuck, I'm really not that good at this thing. But that's good. That shows how much you can improve, right? Trust me. Like that's the cheat code. If you look at Alex Hormozy or Gary Vee, they say the same thing. Grant Cardone, they say the same thing. Volume. Like volume negates luck every time. Lisa saying 100 million%. How do you start your own team? First of all, you have to be someone worth following. That's the first principle of leadership. The second thing is you have to be able to trust yourself. Okay, so if you can't trust yourself to get out of bed on time, if you can't trust yourself even when you're tired to show up, then how can you expect that of others, right? The third thing is you can start. You don't have to go big straight away. Like, yeah, I've got 70 staff now, but even like 4 years ago, it was just me and like one virtual assistant from Fiverr, and that was me 3 years into my business. 3 years into the business, I had one, and we were still doing like tiny revenue, but still revenue, still consistent. I was still working my job as well. But like, start with a contractor, Fiverr, Upwork, freelance, LinkedIn, pay your friend. My brother was my first ever technical employee when he was 16 and when I was 19. Really cute, right? But like, that's the reality. Or when I was 20, like that was what it was. And we go to a cafe in Williams Landing, and I'd give him the content to design or to post, and I would there get him like a little juice, and like I thought we're running a business. We're in business, right? That was me at 20 and when he was 16. Beautiful memories, right? But now, like after you get that first contractor, then you just like get another contractor, and then you get another one, and then you maybe lose 2, then you're back at 1, then you get another one, then you get another one. Now you might have some cash flow, we can hire an employee. But honestly, I'll give you some game. I just look at talent. I'm not focused on like, I hope they're in Australia, I hope they're in America, I hope they're wherever. I just want to know who's good at thing. I just want to know who's good, because like the whole market is so internationally like versatile that like, even if you look at the biggest companies in the world, like Apple and Netflix, or if you have a computer issue, the rep is usually in the Philippines or in India, right? Why? People say it's because of the pricing. A big part is because of the pricing. But more importantly is, how many Aussies, let's be honest, are going to pick up the phone straight away when it's admin? Oh, I was on my lunch break. Oh, I was going for my 3rd coffee, I'm sorry. And they only did really 3 hours of solid work compared to like someone overseas who's just hungrier, way hungrier. I want a person that's hungry, smart, and aggressive, right? And if people can cover those areas, I don't really care where you're located. And that's coming from someone that has staff in Australia and overseas. What's a belief you used to have but don't anymore? I don't think this was a belief I had, but I think my parents indoctrinated kind of a belief around like rich people were bad, or or most rich people were unethical. And I don't think that's the case. I think, well, one, I'll say I don't think that's the case because rich is very relative. So for example, if you have $1,000 and you're on this call, like you have access to $1,000. In Bali, you're rich. You know what I'm saying? But $1,000, if you're making $1,000 a month in Australia, okay, well, you're like basically on the poverty, like near the poverty line, near the poverty line, right? So rich is relative. That's my first response. And then the second thing is like, to be able to create an organization, you have to involve so many people, right? And that gives other people opportunities, which then makes them richer, and then makes you richer in turn. Like that is capitalism. It's premised on, humans' desire for, survival, in my opinion, right? So, yeah, I wouldn't say that was a belief that I had inherently, but I think that was a belief that I was around a lot, especially, with the kind of parents that I had that I love very much, but we just have different outlooks and things like that. Albin said 50 was crazy. It was crazy, man. 50 appointments booked in a day. And yeah, man, like it's expensive as well. That's what people don't know. Like we're trying to get to 100 appointments a day by start of May. Because we know that 100 appointments a day, let's just say 40% of them rock up. That's 40 demos a day. Now let's just say out of the 40 demos a day, only like 30 are like decent to pitchable. Out of the 30 a day, our close rate isn't as good yet. But like, say our close rate gets to like even 30%. That's 10 new clients a day. You do the maths on the maths. You do the maths on that. Like I don't have to say anymore. 10 clients a day. Obviously, we're trying to get there. Like that's the goal before the middle of the year. Because once we get there, like $1 million a month is like easy. Not easy, but like, it's just like, just keep doing that and then like within 2-3 months, boom. Like that's why I'm telling you guys. Like I feel like a lot of people, they're like, oh, like you haven't changed the way you talk, or you haven't bought a new car, because like you gotta realize, and this is another limiting belief that some people might have around like rich people, and I'm not rich, trust me. I spend a lot of my money on my team. A lot of people don't understand. Everything is formulaic. For example, if you're watching and you've been more than one relationship, you found out a formula that attracts that partner and then retains them.